Good vibes only, everywhere I go. Let's kick it, girl, you my kitty dough. Take you places never been before.
Hi again. Today we're going to learn how to write a formal letter. I'm sure everyone is quite familiar with a formal letter. So step number 1, please identify the format. The question is, where can you find the format? And of course, you can find the format at the bottom of every question paper. Okay, so I hope you can find it.
A few moments later.
Okay, here is an example of a letter. Okay, this is actually an actual SPM trial question 2020. Okay, by the way, this is from Johor. Okay, as you can see, I have include a blue arrow there. Okay, so the blue arrow is pointing at 3 different things. Okay, 3 different important things, which are the format. Okay, let me read out for you. So the first one is lay out your letter correctly. Okay, there are 4 things mentioned there: address, salutation, title, and closing. Each of these represent marks, so you can consider this as free marks. Don't lose these marks. Okay, then you need to use all the notes given. Okay, and you can also use or give your own ideas when needed. And you have to remember, this is also as a reminder, your letter, okay, especially your address, the address of your letter is to the district health department. Okay, and then as part of your contents, you have to make sure you include the issues, you express the issue, and you provide suggestions and also measures. And by the way, all the main ideas are already given. And again, as a friendly reminder, you have to lay out your letter correctly. All these 4 things: address, salutation, title, and also closing. So the format are divided into 3, F1, F2, and F3. So F1 is for address, F2 is for salutation and title, and F3 is for closing and signature. So next we move on to step number 2. In step number 2, you need to identify and underline the objectives from the question. You can use the objectives later on as guidelines, and later these guidelines will help you to write an effective introduction. And for your information, effective intro is really important to make your essay really interesting. Next, let us read the question first so that we will understand the objective of the question. So, COVID-19 has not yet receded. Recovery Movement Control Order, or also known as RMCO, is extended until 31st of December 2020. Various attempts should be done to raise people's health awareness in combating the pandemic. As a responsible citizen, you have to write a letter to the district health department regarding people's lack of health awareness and provide suggestion to curb this issue. And as I mentioned earlier, this question, or also known as objective, you can use this later on as your introduction. I will teach you how after.
7 hours later.
Next, we move on to step number 3. Please underline the objectives from the question. So, you need to underline the word starting from the word COVID-19 until combating the pandemic. Okay, yay! You are nearly reaching your goals. Okay, so are we ready? Okay, we will move on to our next step. Okay, next we move on to step number 4. In step number 4, you have to write the address. Okay, this time around, you have to make sure the address must refer back to the question. So in this case, because in the question, it is clearly stated that you have to include the address of district health department. Okay, and this will be different with other questions. Still depends on the question.
1 eternity later.
Next is step number 5. In step number 5, you have to write salutation and the title. For salutation, you can use the word sir or madam. Sir is used for male and madam is used for female. What about the title? Normally, the title you can take from the question, and the title normally you can find as at the last sentence. Next is step 6. In step 6, you are required to start writing the introduction. You can start writing your introduction by copying all the sentences in the question. Still, normally students ask where to start. Okay, this is where to start. So, start copying from the word COVID-19. COVID-19 is at the beginning until to curb this issue. However, you need to change some words. So, the words that you need to change is, you need to change the word write a letter to I'm writing this letter to. So, this will be your introduction. This is the end of part 1. Okay, in the next video, in part 2, later on, we will discuss about the issue, suggestions or measures to curb this COVID-19 problem, and also at the same time to promote health awareness. Okay, everyone. So we will stop our lesson with that today, with what I have explained. So I hope you have learned a lot today, or at least you have learned something valuable for you to use, not just in the classroom, but with your friends, with your families, or with your loved one. Okay, so this is what I want you to do, and don't forget for all my classes. First of all, please make sure above here, please make sure you watch my video, and please don't forget to subscribe and like for more of my videos. Next, number 2, also don't forget to fill in the attendance for every classes. It's really crucial. Crucial means important, by the way. And number 3, okay, don't forget to do the exercises. So I hope everyone will learn a lot and keep on learning English.